Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Finally, you know what I'm saying? They had the king up in YouTube jail for a full week, you know what I'm saying? Some content that I posted, it did not coincide with their agenda, so I have to be a little bit more wiser with the words that I use, which I'm pretty wise already, but I also have to be extra more careful with the content, because they'll label anything as medical information. Even if you're not persuading anybody one way or another, or you just giving your own personal opinion and perspective, or speaking on how you would carry the situation, I ain't going for none of that shit. But they had me locked down. I don't usually go this long without posting, so we back, you know what I'm saying? So today what I wanted to get into was, I wanted to talk about sacrificing. This week that I've been in YouTube jail has made me realize even more how important it is to make sacrifices. So a small example of a sacrifice would be like when you cook a meal, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you using, whether it's a plant-based, whether you found some kind of meats or some kind of vegan meats, or however you do it, you know what I'm saying? You starting from scratch, or you have a base, which you're sacrificing for a bigger purpose, a greater outcome, and a better taste, per se. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we automatically have to be in a place spiritually where we're willing to let go. See, fortunately for me, I knew when I started sinning and coming in and growing into this higher ascension that I knew these things was gonna happen. This isn't my first strike getting. This isn't my first time getting content taken down. But me continuing to walk in my light and my truth and continue to put this information out, this message out, it's making the reward way more worth it. It's putting way more value on the reward. So it's like everybody wants this diamond, but you aren't applying the pressure, or you're not handling the pressure when it's applied. So for me, what I did was, and I just like to use me as an example. I could talk about a million other people, but I like to give references due to my life experiences. I'm a whole grown ass man. I have enough life experiences. I like to reference them. So for me, when it came to making that sacrifice, I was already in the process of understanding that I had to not be able to hold on to this space too much, because it could go anytime. So it just allowed me to be able to grind and work harder and know that, you know, this may have a shorter run than expected, just because of the side of the end of the spectrum that I'm on. You know, I don't choose to ride and fuck with the ops. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure I keep all my shit backed up. I got the website, it's coming together, it's almost there. But I realized, like, I'm on day 6 now of this YouTube jail thing. I don't really use my Instagram. I don't do TikTok, Facebook. I have these things. The only one I really kind of stay up to date with is my Facebook fan page, and that's because I just share the links to blah 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 whatever. Long story short, that's irrelevant. But I had posted a video to my TikTok like 5-6 days ago. The shit didn't hardly do any numbers. When I say any numbers, it did some numbers. It probably pushed up to about 400 or 500 views. You know what I'm saying? Maybe around 30-40 likes. But on day 5 today, from this morning, or this AM, from sometime between 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I was asleep. And until now, TikTok has wiggled me into the algorithms. Now that video is up to about 3,000, almost 3,000 views. It got over 100 likes on it, and it's already got about almost 20 reshares to it. You know what I'm saying? That's 5 days after I've already posted it. Sacrificing. So for me, I took that as I was riding this 1 week properly the way I was supposed to ride it. It was like a test from the universe to see if I was willing to make this sacrifice. If it did happen in the long haul, how would I manage myself spiritually and internally, with being able to know that, okay, I don't have access to the one platform, the main one that I use on a consistent basis. So yeah, y'all can see it's a little snowy, so it's kind of it's trippy with the lighting right now. But anything worth having, or anything that's going to be of value, you're going to have to make sacrifices for it. It's not going to be possible. I couldn't post anything up here on the tube, but what I could do is I could still comment. I wasn't active on my Instagram. I made one post on my TikTok the next day after I was in YouTube jail, and 5 days later, now they pushed me in there, and now it's flourishing with numbers, people coming in, and I picked up more followers. And for me, when that happened today, I just kept thinking, damn, this is random, but I know things don't happen by coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. And I just kept thinking, okay, the day before they let me out of YouTube jail, I've been spiritually keeping myself grounded. I didn't get frustrated. I started building and working on other plans and ideas while I was in that space, because I knew I could not post anything. And the universe rewarded me. If I was in this space without my shit, I didn't even feel like I had one person I could call to even just vent to and get some comfortable feedback back. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, something that meant something to me. This shit means something to me. It don't mean nothing to the other people around me, but it means something to me. But when you communicate and you talk with people and you deal with people, and you not like in a cry baby voice, you know what I'm saying? Like, then they don't really take you serious, or they just got different intentions. But for me, I know if I'm talking to somebody of some value or some stature, then they are usually really precise with their words. So if somebody's choosing to talk to me about a subject, then I'm going to take heed that this is what they're choosing to talk about. They could have talked about anything, but this is where they're deciding to talk and ride at. So sacrifices, anything that you want in this life, you're going to have to make sacrifices for. I did a fast years and years ago, a 30-day fast with the Muslims. No, I'm not Muslim, but I did it, and I did an episode on it as well. But that's also, I'm just saying that to say, like, I made a huge sacrifice. I didn't feel the sacrifice at that time when I was going through the fasting. But years later down the line, I don't use starving as a placement for not having food. See, I use fasting if I don't eat, if I don't have access to food, which is very rare, but if I choose not to eat, something going on, I'm not eating the way I'm supposed to be eating, I take that as I automatically say, okay, I'm fasting. So I'm automatically programming my body to understand that, hey, we are working through a process. You're not starving yourself up. You're not in need. You're not dying. You're fasting. You could use some food, but you're not dead if you don't eat no food. And that helped me along in my journey as far as just being able to understand what I can manage, what flows with me. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of self-discipline. It teaches you a lot of things when you in that space. Like, but sacrifices are mandatory in order to level up. You will not level up if you do not make sacrifices. That's not possible. It's not happening. I know a lot of us think that we can skip steps and do things like the witchy way, but the witchy way only works for the oppositions. And you already know how that flows. You're going to have some weird health issues that come attached with it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have some other fucking weird drama, chaotic shit going around it. You know what I'm saying? The money is going to fucking flow like snow. It's going to come and it's going to hit and it's going to melt so motherfucking fast. You don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? I want my shit touched by the sun. I need my shit lighting this whole motherfucking place up. You know what I'm saying? So that's usually how the process goes when I'm out here trying to get this thing flowing. The sacrifices are mandatory. If you're not making them, the oppositions will make them for you, and it's not going to flow the way that you want it to flow. But on that note, I ain't want to run it up too long, you know what I'm saying? I just want to drop something down. Your king is back. We out of YouTube jail, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be more daily content posted. Y'all just stay tapped in. As you know, we getting busy. We getting busy. What does it say? 24 motherfucking 7. Y'all already know. Tap into the links, man. Everything is always down below. Your boy support. Peace and love to the kings and queens.